Back with another episode of Fit Talk and Motivation, presented by yours truly, M the Motivated J Fitness. Before I start this podcast, man, I want you to go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment on the podcast. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. We're on episode 31 today. And look, for all the folks that are excited to celebrate Juneteenth, this is for you. To all the fathers, happy Father's Day. I'm taking a shot for you guys. For all the fathers who work hard to provide for their families, to love their kids, to love on their wives. Even if it's your girlfriends, this is for you. Now, before we get into the podcast, I want to talk about my thoughts about Juneteenth. I think it's all fine and I think it's all cool and nice that they made it a holiday. But I hope, as black people, we're not sitting back allowing this holiday to be an excuse to not continue to work. Because this is just another step forward to them believing that they need to give us a pat on our back to give us our dignity, our respect. I want Juneteenth to prove that, we deserve opportunities to be great, that we deserve opportunities to be better, and that we deserve the opportunity to, strive to be greater. So I hope Juneteenth isn't an excuse for you to just sit back and relax and get an extra 8 hours of your check, or to go outside and grill with your family and friends, but to understand that there's still work to be done, and we got a long way to go. But I'm gonna title this podcast Happy Father's Day, man, because I think there's a lot of fathers like me that we work real hard to provide for our families. But then we have fathers that I wouldn't call them, trash or garbage. I just say they're not good people. So we're gonna start this happy hour of the podcast just talking about my father. And I don't know what to say, man. I ain't really got too much to say about my father. I just know he wasn't really there for me. I would love to be in a situation where times like these times that I can come and say Happy Father's Day to him. But I don't have that privilege, unfortunately. I look back at, my son's 9, my daughter's 3, and they don't even know about their grandfather. And that's tough and that sucks, because I understand how hard I work to be the best dad I can be and how important it is. Having conversations with your kids, man, as they grow, and you're able to watch them grow, that's important, right? So I have a few friends I want to celebrate. I want to start out with my boy Avery. He's always been one of those guys, man, who did his best to provide for his nieces and his nephews, right? He's one of those type of guys who I would say love the kids, man. Do anything for the kids. And now, as a father himself, I sit back and I watch him he's always with his kids. He's always loving on his kids, and he's always doing his best to provide for his kids, and I think that's amazing. So I want to salute you, brother. Man, look, I want you to know I'm watching you. I want you to also understand, man, that I'm here to motivate you in any way that I can, brother, because I understand how hard it is to, one, provide, to, one, love, but to also understand that you are important. And I'm here to tell you, bro, you are important, man. And you are doing your thing, man, and I want you to keep striving, right? Next dude I wanna salute is my guy Samir, right? I hope you get an opportunity, bro, to listen to this podcast, man, because look, You know, I'm just doing a lot of saluting today, man. I'm just showing appreciation. I'm a little nervous, which is surprising, man, because this is episode 31. You know, I've been doing this for a few months now. I just need to shake the nerves off. I already took my drink for all my guys. And, you know, back to Samir, man. Samir got his daughter, and he been pushing hard with his little girl, man. Same guy striving to be great, man. He's not really a social media guy, so I don't really have too much of an opportunity to see his interaction with his kids the way I see it with my guy Avery. But when I do see him, you can see the love, you can see the admiration, you can see the striving for greatness, you know, as LeBron says. So salute you, Samir, man. Happy Father's Day. Next guy I want to salute is my guy Will. Man, my guy Will, man, he been through a lot over the last few years, man. But the one thing I've seen over the last couple years is the relationship he's built with his daughter. I'm not going to really put his business out there, but like I said, the last few years has been tough for him, man. He's been, you know, trying so hard to fight through adversity. You know, sometimes there's some dark hours, man. You know, like I always want to be a motivation. And like when I started this podcast, one of the things I wanted to do was fit talk and motivation, man. So, you know, while this podcast can be revolved around fitness all the time, there's a lot of time to motivate people, man. And you know, there's been some, like I said, it's been some dark times for my guy. But my guys always mustered through, man. And I think over the last few months, we've talked more than we've ever talked. And my task has always been in my mind to keep him motivated, man. To keep him striving, to push through all his adversity. And, yeah, man, happy Father's Day. Because I believe he was the first father, you know, out of all of us, man, to really, you know, have his child. And, you know, we as brothers, we don't get all the opportunities, man, to see each other the way we did in the past, you know, while we were a little younger. We've all outgrown our little situations. But I think with me and Will, the constant has always been communication, man. And I've always been there when I can, you know what I mean? Another shout out I want to give is to my Uncle Jeff, man. You know, a lot of my hustle, a lot of my grind comes from him. His interaction with his kids showed me, you know, that you could be a best friend, man, but you can also be that guy that can always inspire your children. Me and my uncle hasn't always been close, right? But when I lost my job, right, and I needed a gig, man, I was able to lean on him. He was able to give me a gig at his job. And over that year and a half, man, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot about money, and more than I had a good idea about money, but I got a real eye opener about, you know, saving, about you know, responsibility, about being a man. And for a while, you know, all my life I've been watching him in his hustle. So the hustle, a lot of the hustle that he did, you know, a lot of that rubbed off on me, whether he knew it or not. You know, even from being a little kid watching him as I grew up, to just getting that year and a half with him, riding with him every day. We fussing, we butting heads. And the funny thing is, man, you know, we stubborn. You know, he's a Taurus. His birthday is May 5th, and I'm a Taurus. My birthday is May 6th. So, yeah, but still, out of that, I mean, shoot, some days we almost went fisticuff. But it was important for me to go through that because, you know, it inspires me to be a better dad. And you know what's so ironic about Father's Day, right? I don't look for nothing, man. I remember when my son was born, man, and I was 25, right? And I kind of get teary about it, man, because I didn't have anyone to really inspire me about how to be a man. I had to take sprinkles from this guy, I had to take sprinkles from this person, and I had to put it all together and determine my best course of action on how to be a man, how to love, how to also take hardships and take setbacks and grow from it. And these are the things that I try to provide to my kids, right, on a daily basis, especially my son, man, because a lot of the things that I'm doing as a father, I had to learn on the fly, right? I had to learn how to discipline. I never wanted to be the guy who beat on my son and felt like I needed to pull a belt out every situation. But understanding that there's a time for that, right? It's not abuse. It's not harming. But there's a time where you got to jack him up and bring him back into this place and help him understand, right from wrong. But also understood, right, the importance of being there, right? And I learned real early, right, all money ain't good money. I remember the first year my son was born. I missed a lot of that because I was working a lot and because I had to provide for my family. I look back on those situations, and while things could have been better, I learned from that, right? I applied some of the things that I learned from that situation about all money ain't good money, about managing my time, about understanding the importance of family time, understanding the importance of vacation, and understanding the importance of being a leader as a dad and as a man, right? So those put me in place, right, to continue to make sure I'm giving my son the advice he needs. I was telling him the other day, man, like, you can do good in school, right? You could take that positivity from school, right? But like those things, those actions, those awards, those accomplishments provide you the blueprint that you need to be a better man when you grow up. Like, keep growing, never settle, never let no one bring you down. You got to understand that through hard work and dedication, you're going to be the best man. You're going to be the best boy. You're going to be the best teenager. And you're going to be the best kid. So those are the things. And that's why I never understand men that, they have kids and they don't do what they need to do for their kids. They make excuses. Whether it's like, I never wanted to be the man to sit at home and not work. So I always tried to find ways to work smart but not work hard, right? So, but also making sure that I'm being there for my kids, but also making sure I'm being there for me. And that was a tug of war for a while, right? I remember 2-3 years ago I had to get a therapist, and the therapist made me realize that the kids gonna be okay, right? But without you, they're not gonna have nothing. So you got to make sure you putting yourself first. So my petition to Avery, my petition to Will, my petition to Samir, and then another guy, man, I got to shout out, salute my brother Marcus, my guy, man, hustling. He's always had that hustler's mentality. He's always been a go-getter, and now to watch him and how he interacts with his daughter and his son, that's amazing, man. I got to salute my brother Darnell. Man, look, me and Darnell used to go to the Go-Go, and Darnell couldn't even get inside the club, man. I remember one time we went to see Backyard. Darnell wasn't old enough. Darnell chilled in the car the whole time, man. When we came back out, he was asleep. But, he understood that situation, man. And, like, to see him as a father, too, and how he interacts when he posts him and his child, amazing. Man, look, I got to salute my guy Carlos. Man, my man got 2 daughters. Hey, bro, that is tough. Man, I already see how I have to go through my 3-year-old. And she's she feisty, man. So look, salute you, brother, because, like, you got 2 girls, man, and you got to have 2 guns. Oh, man, salute my guy Ashley, man, on raising your kids, brother. Hey, look, man, look, I've been watching you, man. We grew up, we went apart for a little bit. But I always say, man, for all my guys, man, if I got it, you need my help, I'm there for you, man. Who else I need to salute? I feel like I'm missing somebody, man. I'm going to salute my guy Maurice, man. My man in the military, raising his kids and his family. Man, he going through battles, man. He out here fighting for our country, man. He doing what he need to do for his family. I salute you, Maurice, man. Man, look, many more blessings to all you fellas, man. If I forgot somebody, I'm sorry, man. Man, no. I gotta salute my guy, Damien, man. Look, I met Damien at my current employer, and we grew to be brothers. He's my son's godfather, and I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate some of your wisdom you've given me from a business standpoint to like, you know, just a branding standpoint, man. Watching you grind with your business, salute you, brother. But you know, now we're gonna go into this. You know, I like to do at the end of the podcast, I like to talk about, you know, shop talk. And at the beginning of the podcast, man, and remember, y'all, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you like and comment on episode 31. Okay? It's going to be up. I hope you enjoy it. Especially to my bros, man. Please have a good Father's Day. But like I like to start this little this little segment of the podcast where basically I go into that shop talk where anything goes, man. What's said on episode 31 stays on episode 31. It's between me and you. I kind of like want to talk about my father, and like I said, the sucky part is, man, that he wasn't there as much as he could have been. I wanted to say it's like a I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just one of those situations where you want to break the chains, man. You know, his father, I don't really know the details of his father's situation, but a lot of those situations probably came into our situation. But I refuse to let his and my past affect my future. That's like making an excuse, and your child, kids going forward don't deserve that. So I try not to dwell on my father not being around. I try not to dwell on not having an opportunity to pick his brain about the things that I could do best in my life, as far as my finances, as far as being a better husband, as far as being a better father, and as far as being a better friend. All I can do is pray that he's safe, sound. Hey, if you get an opportunity, Dad, to listen to this podcast, happy Father's Day. I love you, bruh. Man, I forgive you, bruh. Man, look, I have no anger towards you, bruh. You know why I don't? It's because I watch my kids, man, and if I take that animosity that I have towards you, to them, I can't grow, and they can't grow. So, man, like I said, in Shop Talk, we talk about a little bit of everything. One of the coolest moments, man, is when I found out my son could ride a bike. We had been thugging it out on the training wheels, and I had a plan for this bike situation. I was going to pull the training wheels back a little bit here and there, and, you know, keep it going. And I actually was doing that. I remember one day I just took one side up and kept one side down. And I'm like, Carl, balance. You got to keep your balance, man. I know it's a little hard, it's a little tough. You got to keep your balance. So Carl goes with my wife over a friend's house, and then I hear that Carl's just riding bikes with no training wheels. I said, see what it looks like? But it was a lot of bumps and bruises that got him to that point. And those are the type of situations that excite me. I'm tough on my kid, you know, even when, you know, he's effing up. You know, I'm tough on him. And if I don't be tough on him, you know, I'm raising somebody that's soft. I don't want him to be soft. I want him to have empathy, but I don't want him to be soft. So I'm always encouraging him to be the best he can be. So my motivation to all the fathers, man, is understand what's important, man. Without family, you don't have nothing. I know you might be in a situation where you have to choose job over family. I promise you, man, if you choose your family every single time, bro, you're going to always make it back. And look, take it from me, man. Like I said, I've been through a lot, right? I've had to make decisions whether it was my family or my job before, and I chose I chose my family. I had to make a situation, whether it was my sanity and my family or the job. And I chose my sanity and my family. So as Father's Day approaches on Sunday, and we're recording this podcast on Saturday, I want to encourage you, man, to be the best that you can be. Be there for your kids, man. Provide for your kids. And providing for your kids doesn't have to mean monetary value. You can provide so much knowledge by just being there, being available, telling your child you love them, giving them a hug, coming up with a creative handshake, or just asking your baby for a kiss. Those are the things I do all the time, man. Whether I'm working 7 days a week or whether I'm working 4, I always make sure I leave my mark on them. Alright, this is episode 31. I want to thank you again for watching this episode and listening to this episode. Make sure you listen to this episode on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment on this podcast. You can get me on social at _MTheMotivatorJ Fitness. That's not how it go, y'all. Let me correct that. Follow me on Instagram on MTheMotivatorJ. Oh, I messed up again. Hey, who cares? _MTheMotivatorJ _fitness. You can see me on there, man. I'm providing a lot of motivation on Instagram, man. It's just unique for me. I'm not trying to fake it. I'm not trying to phony it. I'm just trying to give you the truth of me. But again, thank you for listening to this episode. Peace.